in 10 years in the Senate, I can kind of track cycles of constituent complaints. Things are bad and they get better and they go up and down. And we've been really through some significant challenges with the Postal Service. And we've had complaints that have been bad and they've gotten better. But now they've gotten worse again. And all over the state, but heavily in Southwest Virginia, Roanoke, Marion, Chilhowie, just unacceptable delays in mail. And look, if it was just a magazine or an ad, okay, maybe that's not so bad. But this is medications. This is veterans benefit checks. These are mail items that people really depend on. And the Postal Service has declined in these parts of the state. And for a while, I was hearing, COVID is bad. Okay, I get that COVID is bad, but the public health emergency is now over. President Biden has declared it over. The post office shouldn't be able to continue to just cite, COVID's been tough as the all-purpose explanation for why they're not performing. We did a postal reform bill last year that had a lot of incentives and resources for the Postal Service so they could get the resources they needed to act in a more efficient way. And they deserved it. They were being under some financial rules that were unlike those applied to any other federal agency. So I'm really glad we did that. But the fact that we did things to be of assistance to them, and we're still seeing slipshod performance, like, I might be hearing good comments in Richmond, but bad in Roanoke, or bad in Hampton Roads and good in Winchester. I'm saying now I'm hearing a lot of complaints that are very similar in many parts of the state. So it does not seem to be regional, although I think it's worse in rural Virginia. But yes, we definitely have been hearing complaints in Charlottesville, Shenandoah Valley, and everywhere from Roanoke to Winchester. And again, this is when it gets to medicines and Social Security checks and veterans benefit checks, when it gets to people are supposed to get bills that they pay on time to keep their credit rating strong or to avoid a foreclosure, and then they don't get the bills till quite late, and then they start running into problems with their credit or other things. This late mail delivery has a huge impact on people's lives. And yes, the Western Virginia, Central and Western Virginia are experiencing it just as others are. We started to see some improvements even before the Postal Service Reform Act passed, and then they continued for a time. And certainly by giving them more financial resources, we expected, okay, now you'll get on the arc to better and better performance. But we've started to see it really degrade in the last few months. And I don't yet have a good answer about why. And more importantly, I don't have a good answer about what are we going to do to fix it. I am hearing from people who are frustrated that what they're hearing when they ask is, COVID. Hey, look, the public health emergency ended May 11. You can't just have a lifetime COVID excuse for everything. You got to perform for people.